Hello, Los Angeles Lakers fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The NBA world is buzzing this week with whispers that could shake the very core of the Los Angeles Lakers roster. HACHIMURA, the talented forward who has become a fan favorite for his clutch shooting and steady composure, is now at the center of a swirling storm of speculation. Reports are coming from insiders who claim that Rue's days in purple and gold might be numbered. The reason? A surprise farewell message from head coach REDICK that, although subtle, carried a tone of finality. During a press conference after practice, REDICK casually mentioned, "I just hope he's happy in Phoenix." Now, those words might seem harmless at first glance, but for those who read between the lines, it felt like a clear signal. Why would the Lakers head coach reference the Suns if there wasn't some truth behind the rumors? Fans are already dissecting every syllable on Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube comments, creating conspiracy theories about behind-the-scenes negotiations. Could this be the early sign of a blockbuster trade? Or is it simply a coach speaking loosely? One thing is certain. When a name like HACHIMURA is mentioned alongside the Phoenix Suns, the NBA rumor mill doesn't stop spinning. When the cameras caught REDICK making that statement, you could see the small, almost nostalgic smile on his face. It wasn't the smile of someone cracking a joke or throwing a harmless comment. It felt more like the smile of someone who knew a chapter was closing. And that has sent Lakers Nation into overdrive. For months, there have been quiet discussions about how Rue fits into the Lakers' long-term vision. With LeBron James still demanding a win-now roster and Anthony Davis needing more front-court support, the Lakers brass may be eyeing a different type of player for their championship run. Enter the Phoenix Suns, a team loaded with star power but always hungry for more depth and versatility. HACHIMURA's ability to stretch the floor and guard multiple positions could make him the perfect complementary piece alongside Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. Could it be that REDICK's comment wasn't just a slip of the tongue, but a quiet acknowledgement of what's already in motion? If so, then we might be looking at one of the most quietly orchestrated trades in recent NBA history, and the timing couldn't be more intriguing. Rumors like this don't start without smoke, and in the NBA, smoke usually means there's a fire somewhere in the background. Just last week, several league insiders noted that the Suns were actively exploring ways to tweak their roster before training camp. While Phoenix has its star trio, the bench depth has been a concern, especially after injuries plagued them during the playoffs. HACHIMURA could slot in as both a starter and a high-impact bench piece, giving the Suns a level of flexibility they've been craving. On the Lakers' side, sources have whispered about possible interest in a defensive-minded wing or even a sharpshooting guard in return. While no names have been confirmed, the trade framework could involve multiple players and possibly a future draft pick. The fact that REDICK, a relatively new head coach, is already navigating such delicate roster changes adds another layer of intrigue. Could he be quietly shaping the Lakers into his own vision, moving pieces that don't fit his system? And if that's the case, is Rue simply a casualty of a larger plan that fans have yet to fully understand? Even the timing of this potential move is worth analyzing. We're deep into the offseason, but not so deep that rosters are locked in stone. This is the exact window where opportunistic teams make their most decisive plays. The Suns, having been eliminated earlier than they'd hoped last postseason, are feeling the pressure to make adjustments. Meanwhile, the Lakers, despite a strong core, know that standing still in a Western Conference stacked with contenders is a recipe for disaster. REDICK, stepping into his first year as head coach, might be taking a page from the playbook of seasoned leaders. Make bold moves early, set the tone, and show the front office you're willing to make difficult calls. Trading HACHIMURA wouldn't just be a roster change. It would send a clear message to the entire league that the Lakers are in constant motion, unafraid to shake things up. And yet, this wouldn't be a simple transaction. It would be an emotional one. Rue isn't just another name on the roster. He's a player with a unique connection to the fan base, making the thought of him in a Suns jersey almost surreal. Fans on social media have already begun creating mock-ups of Rui wearing the Suns' bright orange and purple colors, and the images are striking. Some love the idea, picturing him catching passes from Devin Booker in transition or spacing the floor for Kevin Durant's isolations. Others are heartbroken, calling it a betrayal of the chemistry the Lakers have been building. This emotional divide is exactly what makes NBA rumors so compelling. They're not just about numbers and contracts, but about identity, loyalty, and the unpredictability of sport. JJ Redick's farewell-like words only add fuel to the fire. Was this his way of preparing fans for an inevitable goodbye? Or was it just a case of a coach speaking out of turn? Whatever the case, the speculation has gone beyond just casual chatter. It's now dominating headlines and podcasts. The NBA offseason may seem like a downtime, but for dedicated followers, moments like this are where the real drama unfolds, and the seed for next season's storylines are quietly planted in the minds of players and fans alike. Interestingly, this isn't the first time Rui HACHIMURA's name has been floated in trade talks. Back when he was still with the Washington Wizards, there were multiple teams vying for his services, and the Lakers ultimately won that battle. But NBA history shows that a team's interest can be both fleeting and strategic. The Lakers may have valued Rui for his mid-range scoring and defensive versatility last season, but as they reassess their needs, those same qualities might make him more valuable as a trade asset than as a long-term fixture. The Suns, for their part, have been linked to versatile forwards before, often targeting players who can switch defensively and hit open shots in high-pressure moments. The thought of pairing Rui's calm demeanor with the fiery competitiveness of the Suns' stars is intriguing. Yet, one can't help but wonder, if this move happens, will Rui thrive in Phoenix's high-tempo, star-heavy offense, or will he find himself lost in the shuffle? Either way, if this trade rumor has legs, it could become one of the defining moves of the offseason, altering the balance of power in the Western Conference in subtle but impactful ways. While JJ Redick hasn't directly confirmed anything, the way he framed his comment to the media has people convinced there's more to the story. Coaches at this level are careful with their words, and when they drop something as specific as, "I hope he's happy in Phoenix," it's rarely an accident. The kind of remark usually means discussions have progressed beyond casual interest. It's possible that the framework of a deal is already in place, with only minor details left to finalize. In today's NBA, trades aren't just about swapping talent. They're about salary cap maneuvering, fit within the team system, and long-term planning. Rui's contract could be the key to unlocking a move that benefits both the Lakers and the Suns. If the deal goes through, expect ripple effects across the league, as other teams may react with their own countermoves. And for Rui, this could mark the beginning of an entirely new chapter in his career, a chance to prove himself alongside some of the league's biggest stars in a market that's as hungry for success as he is. The only question left is when, not if, the official announcement will drop. For now, all we have is speculation, whispers, and that one telling quote from JJ Redick. But in the world of professional basketball, that's often all it takes to set the rumor mill on fire. Fans are refreshing Twitter every few minutes, waiting for WOJ or Shams to drop a bombshell tweet that confirms what they already suspect. Until that happens, the conversation will only grow louder, with every little gesture from Rui or the Lakers being analyzed under a microscope. Did Rui's latest Instagram post contain a hidden message? Was that cryptic emoji a farewell to LA? Or are we all reading too much into what might be nothing more than off-season boredom? That's the beauty and the madness of this time of year. The games may be on pause, but the stories never stop. And if this particular story ends with Rui HACHIMURA walking onto the court at Footprint Center in a Suns uniform, it will be remembered as one of those rare moments when the rumor mill actually got it right from the start. Until then, all we can do is watch, wait, and wonder. The days following JJ Redick's now infamous comment have been a whirlwind. Every sports talk show, podcast, and YouTube channel that covers the NBA has jumped on the story, adding their own twist to the possible Rui HACHIMURA departure. Some analysts claim that the Lakers have been in low-profile discussions with the Suns for weeks, waiting for the perfect moment to leak just enough information to stir interest without confirming anything. Others believe this is a negotiating tactic, putting subtle pressure on Phoenix to sweeten whatever deal is on the table. REDICK's track record as a player shows he understands the media game, and now, as a coach, he might be using that same savvy to push trade talks over the finish line. What complicates matters is the emotional weight behind the move. Rui has built a strong bond with both teammates and fans in Los Angeles. He's the kind of player who doesn't just fill a stat sheet. He changes the energy on the floor. Losing that kind of presence isn't easy, but the NBA is a business. And if the Lakers believe they can upgrade their roster to better chase a championship, even beloved players can become trade chips. Social media detectives are having the time of their lives with this rumor. Screenshots of Rui's recent follows and unfollows on Instagram are circulating like wildfire. Apparently, he's now following two Suns players he wasn't connected to before, and you can imagine how quickly that became evidence of an imminent move. Then there's the photo, spotted by a fan in Phoenix, of someone who looks suspiciously like Rui dining at a high-end restaurant downtown. Was it really him, or just a case of mistaken identity? That's the fun of the off-season. Facts blur with fiction until you can't tell one from the other. Meanwhile, the Suns camp is keeping suspiciously quiet. No denials, no dismissals, just silence. And in the NBA rumor ecosystem, silence can be deafening. It often means negotiations are alive and well. The more the Lakers and Suns remain mum, the more the speculation grows. By now, this isn't just a whisper. It's a roar echoing across the basketball world, with fans refreshing news feeds like it's the final 2 minutes of a tied playoff game. Some insiders are going even further, suggesting that the trade could be part of a bigger, multi-team deal. In that scenario, Rui's move to Phoenix will be just one piece of a complex puzzle, potentially sending other role players across the league and shifting the balance of power in multiple conferences. For the Lakers, this could be about more than just swapping players. It might be about securing cap space or acquiring a high-impact shooter to complement LeBron and Davis. For the Suns, adding Rui could be the final touch on a roster designed to overwhelm opponents with scoring versatility and defensive switchability. The potential ripple effect is huge. Teams like the Warriors, Mavericks, and even the Clippers could be watching closely, ready to pounce on opportunities that emerge from the deal. If that's true, we're talking about a trade that could redefine the Western Conference landscape before the season even tips off. And all of it started with a single, seemingly offhand comment from JJ Redick, a comment that may have been far more calculated than anyone realized in the moment. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, Phoenix, as a market, is no stranger to high expectations, and landing Rui HACHIMURA could ignite a whole new wave of excitement. Imagine the opening night introductions at Footprint Center with the crowd erupting as Rui steps onto the floor in Suns colors for the first time. His game fits the Suns' identity, a forward who can guard wings, hit mid-range jumpers, and knock down threes when left open. More importantly, he doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective, which is crucial when sharing the floor with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. That kind of versatility is gold in today's NBA. But the flip side is this: adapting to a new team, system, and city isn't always seamless. The Suns' offense is fast-paced and star-driven, which can be both a blessing and a curse. If Rui embraces the role, he could elevate Phoenix to legitimate contender status. If not, he risks being another mid-season acquisition that fizzles out. That uncertainty only adds to the drama, making this potential move one of the most talked about off-season possibilities in years. Back in Los Angeles, the narrative is shifting. Some fans are starting to see the logic in letting Rui go, especially if it brings back a player who can provide consistent perimeter shooting or lockdown defense. The Lakers front office has been criticized in the past for being too reactive, making moves only when forced by circumstances. If this trade is in the works, it could signal a more proactive approach, addressing potential weaknesses before they become glaring issues. REDICK, known for his sharp basketball IQ during his playing days, might already be leaving his imprint on the franchise's decision-making. Still, it's a risky play. Rue's departure could disrupt team chemistry, and replacing his combination of size, shooting, and defensive mobility won't be easy. Yet, that's the gamble championship teams have to take. Standing still isn't an option in a league where competition is fierce and windows of opportunity close quickly. The Lakers are betting that a bold move now will pay off when the playoffs arrive, even if it means saying goodbye to a player fans aren't ready to lose. The Suns' perspective is equally fascinating. Their roster, as talented as it is, still needs depth pieces who can perform in high-pressure situations. Playoff basketball has a way of exposing weaknesses, and Phoenix learned that the hard way last season when injuries and fatigue wore down their core players. Rue could be the antidote to that problem, a player capable of giving the starters rest without sacrificing performance on either end of the floor. His size and agility would allow the Suns to switch more effectively on defense, and his scoring touch could open up new offensive sets. Adding a player like Rue isn't just about regular season wins. It's about surviving and thriving in the postseason. And with Durant's championship window, Booker's prime years, and Beal's hunger for a ring, the urgency couldn't be higher. If the Suns believe Rue is the missing piece, they won't hesitate to make the deal. The question is whether they can meet the Lakers' asking price without gutting their already thin bench, creating another hole in the process. As days pass without official confirmation, the rumor takes on a life of its own. You can feel the tension every time a Lakers or Suns executive is spotted courtside at a summer league game or a private workout. Cameras zoom in, lips are red, and fan theories multiply by the hour. It's not just about Rue anymore. It's about what this move represents. For the Lakers, it's a test of REDICK's leadership and willingness to make tough calls early in his coaching career. For the Suns, it's about proving they're not just star-heavy on paper, but capable of making the smart, strategic additions needed to win in reality. And for Rue himself, it could be the turning point of his career, moving from a supporting role in LA to a potentially crucial piece in Phoenix. Until the WOJ bomb drops, or the rumor fizzles into nothing, this story will keep dominating basketball conversations everywhere. The offseason might not have games, but it has its own championship, the battle for the biggest, boldest, and most believable rumor. Right now, Rue HACHIMURA to the Suns is running away with the title. Whether this deal happens tomorrow, next week, or never at all, one thing is certain. REDICK's comment has already made its mark on the offseason narrative. It's rare for a single line in a press conference to cause this much commotion, but that's the magic of sports in the modern era, where every word is dissected, every gesture magnified, and every possibility turned into content. Rue's future remains uncertain, but the emotional response his potential departure has sparked shows just how invested fans are in the storylines that surround their favorite teams. If he stays, Lakers fans will welcome him back with open arms, perhaps even with a newfound appreciation for what he brings. If he goes, his chapter in Los Angeles will close with drama, speculation, and the bittersweet feeling of what might have been. Either way, this rumor has reminded us that in the NBA, the off-season isn't a break. It's a different kind of game, one played in press rooms, front offices, and the restless imaginations of millions of fans. And sometimes, as we're seeing now, that game can be just as thrilling as anything that happens on the court. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.